It began like a fairy tale. Brad and Angelina met in 2004 on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Their chemistry was electric, too electric. Rumors swirled. Brad was still married to Jennifer Aniston, America's sweetheart. The press went into a frenzy, and Angelina was immediately painted as the other woman. She denied the affair. Brad remained vague, but the world had already made up its mind. Soon, Jennifer and Brad's marriage was over, and Brangelina was born. They became the most photographed couple on the planet, two beautiful actors building a global family. But all that glitters is not gold. Behind the perfect photo shoots and red carpet smiles was a family under intense pressure. 6 children, endless scrutiny, and private tensions that were about to explode. And when they did, the cracks in Brad's public image began to show. But what really shattered the illusion happened 35,000 feet in the air, in a moment so aggressive it would forever change the course of their lives. Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, and their 6 children boarded a private jet. But by the time they landed, everything had changed. According to leaked FBI reports, a heated argument erupted mid-flight. Not just verbal, violent. Brad allegedly grabbed Angelina by the head. He reportedly pushed her into a wall, and when their son Maddox tried to intervene, Brad turned on him. One report states he was a child, another that he poured beer on the children. Angelina acted swiftly. As soon as they landed, she filed for divorce. Not just that she demanded full custody of the kids, no visitation, no negotiation. The world was stunned, because according to insiders, the breakdown had started long before that flight, and Angelina had already taken drastic steps to uncover Brad's secrets. Months before the infamous flight, Angelina sensed something was off. Brad was filming Allied in Europe. His co-star, Marion Cotillard, became the center of tabloid gossip. Whispers of on-set romance, emotional distance, sudden outbursts. Angelina reportedly hired a private investigator. The results? Still unclear. Cotillard denied the affair, but Angelina was shaken. Distrust had already crept into their marriage. This wasn't just about cheating. It was about who Brad really was behind the scenes. Angelina wasn't looking for headlines, she was looking for the truth, and soon she would have more than enough reason to fear for her children's safety. Because once the investigation turned into a custody war, what followed was a public battle unlike anything Hollywood had ever seen. Months before the infamous flight, Angelina sensed something was off. Brad was filming Allied in Europe. His co-star, Marion Cotillard, became the center of tabloid gossip. Whispers of on-set romance, emotional distance, sudden outbursts. Angelina reportedly hired a private investigator. The results? Still unclear. Cotillard denied the affair, but Angelina was shaken. Distrust had already crept into their marriage. This wasn't just about cheating. It was about who Brad really was behind the scenes. Angelina wasn't looking for headlines, she was looking for the truth, and soon she would have more than enough reason to fear for her children's safety. Because once the investigation turned into a custody war, what followed was a public battle unlike anything Hollywood had ever seen. Maddox Jolie Pitt was just 15 when the plane incident occurred, but in that moment, he became the silent witness to his family's unraveling. After the divorce, Maddox made his decision. He no longer considered Brad his father. Insiders revealed he refused to attend supervised visits. In court, he reportedly gave private testimony, stating he did not want to repair the relationship. Years later, Maddox enrolled at Yonsei University in South Korea. When asked if Brad would visit, his response was vague. "He's not coming," he reportedly told a reporter. The message was loud and clear, but Maddox wasn't the only one harboring resentment. Another sibling was quietly watching and preparing to speak out. For years, Pax Jolie Pitt remained in the shadows, quiet, composed, loyal to his mother, but behind the scenes, he was battling his own trauma. Then, in a shocking Instagram story, Pax finally said what no one else had. Brad Pitt was a terrible father. He accused Brad of traumatizing the children, of being emotionally and physically abusive, and of prioritizing his public image over his family. The post was deleted quickly, but not before it spread across the internet like wildfire. This wasn't gossip. This was a direct accusation from a child who had lived through it all. And with Pax breaking his silence, the question became, would the other children speak next? While Maddox and Pax have made their stance clear, the other Jolie Pitt children, Zahara, Shiloh, Knox, and Vivian, have remained silent. Zahara, now in college, is often seen with Angelina at public events. There is no visible relationship with Brad. Insiders claim she's chosen to keep her distance. Shiloh, the only child rumored to still have some contact with Brad, is often described as caught in the middle. She's rarely seen with him, but hasn't made any public statement either. As for the twins, Vivian and Knox, they were very young during the divorce. Their memories are unclear, but like the others, they remain with Angelina and never publicly defend Brad. Their silence says a lot, and it raises one terrifying question. How deep does this pain go? Despite the serious allegations, Brad Pitt's career hasn't suffered. In fact, it thrived. He won an Oscar in 2020, starred in major films, graced red carpets, praised by his peers. Hollywood embraced him. Meanwhile, Angelina faded from the spotlight, not because she lacked talent, but because she stepped away. She prioritized her children. Her reputation, quietly dismantled by tabloids and PR spin. Brad was given a redemption arc. Angelina, labeled bitter, controlling, even vengeful. But what if she was just protecting her children? And what if everything she said was true? Today, Angelina Jolie has redefined herself. She's a full-time mother, humanitarian, and director. She travels with her children, supports the refugee rights, and works with the UN. She's hinted she may leave Hollywood entirely. She's tired of the industry, tired of the narrative, tired of being villainized for doing what any mother would do, protect her kids. Despite the heartbreak, Angelina appears calm, strong, peaceful. She didn't need the spotlight. She needed her children to feel safe. And now, as her sons speak out, it seems the world is finally starting to see the truth she's carried alone for years. With both Maddox and Pax publicly distancing themselves from Brad Pitt, the silence from him grows louder. He continues to appear at award shows, smiling for cameras. But there's a growing storm behind those smiles. His children, 2 of them so far, have rejected him. His reputation may still be intact, but for how long? Hollywood can ignore whispers, but they can't ignore the voices of his own family. And now that those voices are growing, the question must be asked. Will Brad Pitt ever take accountability? Will he ever acknowledge the pain his children have spoken about? Or will he continue to hide behind PR teams and applause? Because the truth is no longer in court documents. It's in the words of the very people who once called him Dad. Angelina Jolie never needed to prove anything to the world. Her children are doing it for her. Maddox walked away. Pax spoke up. And now, millions are finally listening. For years, Brad Pitt controlled the narrative. He was the wounded father, the heartbroken ex, the misunderstood celebrity. But time is revealing another side. The side his children lived. The side Angelina shielded them from. The side that doesn't fit the Hollywood fairy tale. So what happens next? Will the remaining children stay silent? Will the industry continue to applaud a man whose own family is falling apart? Or is this the beginning of a reckoning? One thing is certain, the illusion is cracking. And this time, no amount of fame can stop the truth from coming out.